Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to me, Wingish Nibe, Majaki Kwe, sweet grass water medicine woman, your friendly freaky ass medicine woman, Christiana, Chris Carr, superstar, all this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings, right here too. So Monday, Mending Monday. Make the most of it Monday. Or whatever day this is watching you, might not even be a Monday for you. It's okay. Not about timing or anything. I mean, when you watch it, maybe you'll need the messages. Maybe you won't. It's messages. I didn't bring my cards out. Just at this place. Devastation. You know, morning started off with daughter telling me my eldest son hates me. He's disconnected from me. But he's there defending somebody that hasn't lost anything. Things out there. I don't care what people say or think about me. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Entitled. And they're sharing it in places that have caused lots of damage here. Oh. Messages. Oh, girl, thanks you. Yes! Beautiful being. My friend Megan, it's her birthday. Happy birthday to you! And there's another one on here, too. Happy birthday. Everybody has a birthday today. All the birthdays I missed already. In December, I have lots of family birthdays this time, too. I'm disconnected from my family. These things here I wanted to kind of share the kind of stories that are out there, but what's that point, right? Have been attacked. What can I do? It's not the first time things like this has gone on. Already my income is down. I can't afford Christmas. I've had to make the choice. To skip the weekends with my kids until next year. Right, the next weekend I'll have with them will be January 1st weekend. There's a position I've been forced into. Then when there's more stress and stuff, it increases the stuff in my body. I don't. I love my children so much, so this is the most difficult thing in my life. But right now they do have to see, because they live here with me, and to let things go. I mean, they're being kids, but unfortunately there's adults playing on that kid stuff and making it something that it's not. So the lies are out there. There's not enough truth to balance it, right? There's that thing. And it's funny. That guy that says all the lies is the one that posted the lie travels around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoe. Because those ones that have something to hide have to get their story out there and said first. You know? I don't share anything. It involves my kids. It has to do with my children. So that affects their lives. I'm not spiteful. I don't use my kids as weapons, but they have been used against me. They have been alienated from me. What I've researched when it gets to this point that it needs professional help. Because the ones doing the alienation do it in such a way that it ends up where I'm alienating them from myself, because the people doing that alienation is placing meanings on the things that I do and say and all that. So my children are accepting their meanings for my actions instead of what is the truth from me, because who knows why I do what I do? Is it any of you, anybody outside of me that knows why I do what I do? Is there anybody else out there that's inside of me to know what this body's going through? So how can anybody speak up and say, no, this is really what this girl is. This is really what's going on. But there has been people that are not that close to me that have took it upon themselves. Or maybe they don't even know, right? Because there was private emails that were forwarded on. So maybe they don't even know that they were used. You don't even care. I see what they're doing. It has had a negative effect for my children. I think they're doing what's best for my children. Is it best for any child to rip down and tear apart their mother? Doing the best she can with what she's got? Is that best for any child? Do they have a mother that has issues, right? This goes beyond physical, right? There is mothers that struggle with addictions. Where do those come from? Because trauma is the gateway to addiction. Trauma. What happened in their lives? They need to turn. They're trying to escape from something. What happened to them? Why do we blame those people for what got done to them? Right? It's our responsibility to take care of it now as we're adults, but and I am doing that. Ouch, excuse me. But I'm feeling devastated here. I have to do some tough love cards so my children see that. But it's not the tough love. It comes right down to, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. One says, oh, I haven't taken your funding for the children at all. But again, $400 down this month already. Bang, like that. At Christmas. Merry Christmas. Scooping up your kids and we're taking away your money. Oh, but no, we didn't touch it. We didn't do that. That's not our fault. We didn't. If you lose your home, that's on you. It has nothing to do with us stealing your kids legally. Right? No, if you go and be honest and then report the change in your home, well, that's on you then. You know, you want to go and be honest. Because they do, right? And that's the risk. There's a risk too, right? Nothing changes at this moment, but if it does, right? I already had a housing come after me when the ODSP wasn't counting child support as income, and then all of a sudden, Native Housing wants 75% of that. When with my maxed out, everything that I got in income, they were already getting well over 25% of my overall income. And when I first moved in here, they had cashed that check. I never got that back. But then it was placed on me. ODSP didn't go back to get that check back. They said I had to get a hold of them and get them to stop, because they couldn't put a stop payment on that. I mean, even though I was the one that opted for that pay direct rent. It's not because I had to have that, because I missed rent, so they had to punish me or whatever. It's because I opted for that, because it takes less off for me to think, and then I can focus on other things. So I just love that, okay? My rent's paid. I don't have to worry about making sure my rent's paid, because it pays direct. It's not anymore. But I always make these systems so it makes it a little easier. The less I have to retain in here, right? It just goes automatic. Okay, that's taken care of. I know that's always taken care of. But I got penalized for it. Like it was something that I had to have, not something I opted for. Anyway, and I was never able to get that money back. Almost $1,000. It was the money to help me move in here. Anyways, it was so much. It's not just one thing. Not just one thing, right? I got all these body issues. And my children, that's always, before I even became a mother, I've been preparing myself to be the best parent I could possibly be. I'm not a doting parent. I'm not do everything for my kids. I want to empower them, help them see what they can do for themselves, and gives them confidence. I fully, wholly believe in that, because it is truth. The more we can do, right? When you've done something and you didn't think you could do, how do you feel? So we rob our kids of that. We rob our children of their own development, of their own skills, of their self-esteem, of them feeling capable. We rob our children when we keep them dependent on us. Is that for them or is that for us? Do we continually making their lunches when they're capable of doing this stuff? Are we doing that? Is it for them or is that for us? Really? When you're doing things for your children that your children are absolutely capable of doing for themselves, are you doing it for them or for us? Right? Does that make me feel good? Because does your child need that? And then what are you teaching that child? Right? I mean, we do have lots of entitledness out here, but look, when parents are going and fighting and taking job interviews for their adult children, are we allowing our children to grow up? Are we trying to relive our childhoods through our children? What is it? Why did you have children? Did you choose to have children? What for? What did you want children for? Why did you want to be a parent? Was it so you could feel love? Did you not feel unconditional love? So we have a child because we feel like that's going to be that unconditional love? It doesn't always work that way. I can tell you with mine. But what is that? That's all something we need to look inside. And what are we projecting onto our children? Do we even think about that? Are we tapping into those cycles? Read a post there too that we think, oh yeah, well I got the belt and I turned out fine. So what are we passing on? But yet, you know, how's your relationships looking, right? You think that you're not affected by your childhood? You think your childhood didn't affect you? That your subconscious mind doesn't lead you in any way? Do you? I don't know. These are all things we need to look at in ourselves. All this stuff is reflecting that we need to look in here. What's going on in here? Right? Yeah. My children alienated from me. I had a part to play in that. So I fell in. But there's lots of things that I don't have that control over. There's things in my body that can be triggered. Right? And when we get down to that subconscious level, like our logical brain is off. So I'm not even able. Right? And by the time that gets back on, I'm feeling devastated. My little is devastated. Because my kids don't seem to be at all. They're happy. That's okay. Try not to take that personally, because it's not about, they're not happy hurting me. Because they're happy, they're going to be a place that doesn't have the rules that mom has. They're getting catered to. They get their ass kissed, like, literally. So, you know, get whatever they want. They don't have to do anything. So they're not treated like they're part of this earth. So what's that, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be okay. I'll feel it. Heal it. Let it be. It's just so hard. I'm scared. I'm really scared for my children. I'm scared for my children's mother. I'm not going to do everything that I can, but there's lots of things that are not in my control. I can do what I can to keep this house, but it's not in my control. It's not in my control. Right? I could, you know, it takes time. I gotta rent out a room. Well, I've got to get this all set up. I'm left in a mess. They've been taught to destroy the house too. So I need to repair this home too, right? If I can't do it, I could get a deposit back, but not until they sell the home. And then if it needs to be, well, there's roof stuff that needs to be done. I got leaking in here, and there's stuff that needs to be done to bring it up. So they would use my deposit money for that. And then I would get whatever was left, if there was anything left, if it came down to that. So, really, those that think they're doing what's best for my kids, do they really think so? They take away everything. Your mother would work so hard for them, and the world. That's me, for my kids in the world. You really think you've done what's best for my children? Standing up because they need to be saved from their mother, like these desperates pleading to the court about what a horrible person I am. My own firstborn son. Like, oh, there's no excuse. I'm just a horrible person that needs professional help. Am I? Maybe I am, right? Am I the narcissist? Am I a selfish one? I really don't want anything for myself. Everything I do is true. I don't want anybody to feel like this, so I pour it out so they don't. But then I guess I have done it. I say I'm the master of guilt. Just a horrible person, a horrible mother. You know? I'm okay as long as you're doing everything that I want, right? And then, oh, but if you don't play my way, oh man, I turn on you. Does this sound like me? I don't think it sounds like me, but is this what's coming across? This is what's damaging. This is what the people in the courts believe. I just use people like a fly going from one dream to the next one. Man, they've even said I had one job that I lost due to friggin' they thought I was high on drugs. And that's never happened. That has never happened. I have never lost any job due to that. I've never gone to a job high. Oh. Oh. There are people lying, like absolutely fabricating stuff. And that's what's winning. Well, I can't afford. Lawyer, you know, legal aid only gives you so much, like, so it's not like they're gonna go, right? So the ones that can afford all that fanciness and anyways. Ending Mondays, this is where I'm at. I will be okay. That right? And they came home for the weekend and they were so it's okay as long as they're in control. So they treat me like these other people, like, you know, like the poor children. They got stuck with a horrible mother like me. So they talk down to me. I asked them to do something, they can't. Oh, even my girl, even who's gonna make me? When they talk to me like that. Don, I don't want to be disrespected in my own home anymore. I don't want them to go. I want my babies. This is more than anything my biggest dream, to be a mom. More than anything. Put everything else on hold to be a mom first. Be a mom first. Right, even these ones that wrote nasty letters, or ones that have said that they love me and I've helped them so much. It's so hard, so I understand. I understand anybody that feels like, well, I just can't trust anybody when you've been hurt so much by the ones that you didn't think would ever. Right? There's some that's not surprising. There's some that is, like when your own son says, oh yeah, people say there's drugs in this, but there's really no excuse. It's just the type of person she is. You know? I thought we were so close. And that's mine. Because I was kissing a man's ass. Starting to believe there was something wrong with me. That's why nobody chooses me. I never ask anybody to choose me. I don't ask to be chosen. Yes. I'm still human, so, you know, there's still those feelings. You know. The last one picked, or just the one is just left out. It's not even a thought. Unless something's needed. And then that's the first thought. That one will bend over backwards, go out of their way for anybody, even strangers. And she won't expect anything in return. So let's just go, we'll just take that. So we don't have to do anything. But we're going to get all the benefits and we don't have to do anything. No, we can make promises and tell her that, and then she'll do it happily and be excited and be hopeful for that's coming back. And then, no. Then go, well, you know, that's still on me. But not expect anything in return. And give and not expect anything in return, because really, that's what my life has been. But that's not to say that I have never received anything. I'm very grateful to those that are out there, and I do recognize that, and that's why I'm so much and so grateful. So when you've helped me, that's why I get so excited. I want you to see that you've helped me, how much it means to me. So I'll get really excited and I go overboard. Just for a little crumb, for a little grain of sand, for a little mustard seed. That grows in me. It keeps me going. I keep going. For those little grains. For seeing it. I don't need no recognition. Nothing like that. But I can see when I've helped others as well. And that makes me feel good. Or, help them to help themselves. Whatever. To see who they are. I don't know. That feels good to me. And that's enough for me. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Try to be content that if it's all gone and just me, I'm still gonna be okay. I can still do the work I'm here to do. And still passionately fulfill my purpose. And my purpose was Mom first. I thought my purpose was bringing more peaceful people in the world. More honest, kind, loving, peaceful people. And I'm sure they are. They will be. They're still part of me. I'm still part of them. They can't take that away. It's in their DNA. I'm in their DNA. After genes are from me, They grew my womb. I have the marks. Okay. Love you all so very much. And I will be okay, right? You gotta feel it and let it flow. And then let it be. I will be okay. I'm gonna be working hard. It might even just be working hard to rest. I'm gonna start making some products. That's healing too, right? And dive into painting and doing like more macrame stuff and then put that up for sale. Right, I make products for my store. Make my office in here again. I will. I know God, this was a gift from God. So how can man take away what God has given? So I prayed and prayed. And the way this came about was amazing. Miracle. God working through all to do that. Now, I don't do anything on my own. I've never claimed to do anything on my own. We don't do anything on our own. That's ego that says we did this. Oh, I did it all myself, right? No. No, I opened up. I followed that guidance. Prayed. Get in here so I can work from home. Begin my business here. People want to take this stuff, make it something it's not. There's not enough that stands up for me, but I haven't been out there asking. I haven't been pursuing. I don't want to draw everybody into this shit. I wipe my own ass. Thank you very much. And it's not all my shit. Oh, clearing out what's not my shit, lovingly sending it back and transmuting what I have here. Doing what I can. Well, yeah, we get down. It's okay. Ebb and flows. It's just all okay. It's all part of this healing process and that grieving a loss. My children stolen from me, and they went willingly because they don't know. They've been convinced that they were poor kids to have a mother like me. Those poor kids. That's how they treat me. That's how they treat me, like they don't need to have any respect for me. Because, well, I'm a horrible person. What horrible people don't deserve respect, right? I do. It's all been projected. It sounds like them. But anyways, there's my Mending Monday video. Excuse me. Love yous all. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do. This world needs you. No, we got this. We can get through this. It's hard. Hardest thing I ever been through in my life. But I know got this. It's all for the reason. I can't see that now. You know, one day I will look back and go, oh, that's why it needed to be this way. I mean, I can even think now because then I can focus on my body and what's going on in my body. You know, and I keep praying those tests will come up sooner. So if I got to go for sleep studies, right, I don't have to make arrangements for childcare if my children are already at their father's home. Then, so is this so I can make sure I know what's going on in my body, whatever that is. You know, and then it's not serious, it's not deadly, it's just annoying and painful and, you know, just has to be managed, right? It's, no, that's been my life. Managing pain. The heartache. Because it's not going away. It's there. Love you. Thank you. Wonderful, blessed day.